Hello everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and today I'm working on the first stage of my pink journal. So I found this, it's an old book. It doesn't necessarily have to be old, but I'm going to use the cover for it and transform it into the cover of the pink journal. Now this book happens to be, I believe it's a Stoic book, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius. Yeah, it seems like a Stoic book. So a lot of this information I think is very interesting, so I'm going to definitely save this text block and probably read it. But anyway, I'm going to take a craft knife and I'm going to remove the text block from the spine carefully. And you can stick a ruler in here to preserve the spine, and so you don't jab into the spine. That can sometimes be helpful. So let's try that. I'm going to try and tilt my blade more towards the center gap and not into the spine, so I preserve the spine. The book's going to come apart pretty easily. You see how the spine is not even attached? And that is designed so that the... oh, careful here, Pam. Let me focus for a second. All right, here we go. Stay close to... Some books come out easier than others. They just do. Okay, so the text block came out. And often they will not attach them to the back so that the book will open and lay flat more easily. But with ours, because just the way our books are sewn, even though they're sewn to the spine, they also have the ability to lay flat based on their design. So that's a good thing. But anyway, now we have a nice cover that can be decorated. Now, I think this has a very nice cover all in of itself, but it's green. Let's face it, it's just green, and I want to make a pink journal. So a couple different ways that we can turn this pink. There's about 1,000,001 ways you can turn this pink. But I think what I would like to do is give it a flour sack cloth cover, possibly one that has been coffee dyed. Let me see. This one might do. But I want to color the cover a little bit first. So my initial idea was to take some of the Distress Oxide or ink drops and add them to some water and then dip my cloth in there. But unfortunately, I don't have pinks. So what I'm going to do instead... Oh, hang on, let me get some water. Wait, I have water here. I forgot I have my spritzer bottle. So let's see if this is going to be enough. So let's just... And I like the dark markings on here. I'm probably going to amplify the dark markings. Okay. So, is there enough on here? We shall see. To get enough color going. I'm just laying down some ink. As a base. And this is a tea towel that I got at Walmart. They're called flour sack tea towels. You can buy them anywhere online now. But they're a really nice material for covering journals. They're thin, but they're strong. And they take color very well because they're primarily cotton. And I might... That was Kitsch Flamingo. And maybe I'm going to blend in some worn lipstick, which is like a pinky peach almost. But these are the colors that I often use in the world of pink. So now this has got some brown in it because that's what happened. When I commingle my colors with my daubers, I want to get bigger than the actual outside of the cover. You can see if we're wide enough yet. Oh, we're definitely long enough north and south. We could go maybe a little wider just to be sure. Okay. And you can put other colors in here too. It just doesn't have to be pink. You could put browns in and other things. But let's start to see if this comes alive a little bit. Okay, it's starting to blend a little bit already. I can see it just by adding water. The pigment is starting to migrate a little bit. Let me just moosh it together a little bit. See if I can get it to travel around. Spread all its glory of pinkness. So there's a will, there's a way, right? Okay. Now, I think I want a little more. Can you see? Over here. Okay, a little wider. Okay, and as the colors blend and spread, I think it's looking pretty cool actually. Oh yeah, it's definitely spreading. So I'm getting a nice, or you could just take a pink piece of material, which I'm sure I have, but I thought it'd be fun because I can color match this way. And maybe a little bit of brown, just to darken it up a smidge. Not that dark. How about Distress Oxide? Just to give it a little bit of antique. I'm not even going to wet it. I'm just going to put maybe little bits here and there to give it more of a distressed look. Not too much. Okay. And then all right, and then come back in and give it a smoosh. Okay. All right, co-blending those colors a little bit. So what am I picking up here? Okay. All right. And the other way you can do it is actually put your cloth on the book and then color it on the book. You can do that as well, but this is just what I'm doing today. Okay. All right. So now we also have some, looks like it's picking up some black from underneath, which is fine. That's okay. It's also giving a more of a mottled look, and that's all right. Okay. So this is wet, obviously, but the nice thing about using Fabrifix glue is you can work with wet things. So I want to see if this is going to give me the true pink I need, or do I need to put a white undergarment? I think I'm going to put a white undergarment on it just because I think it's going to hold better. I think I'm going to use some of this cardstock. Okay. Remove this. And just cut some out here. Okay, there's one. The other one should be the same size. Guess I could have, well, almost. Almost got two out of the same size here. There we go. I could have done better cut with that first one. I could have got two out of it, I think. And I think I'm going to make these just a smidge smaller because they're the same size as the front, but it's better if they recess a little bit. So I am just going to cut a little bit off. Same thing this way, just a smidge-rooney. Yep, go flush with your ruler, go slow, firm movement with the craft knife. And then retract, and everything is safe and well. Get rid of the garbage, and then bring back the cover. Now, over here, you should fit very nice. Let me just double check. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. So next we're going to take some Fabrifix, clear silicone glue, fabric to fabric, fabric to paper, and paper to paper. You can even glue damp things with it, which is kind of nice. All right. I do want a good seal here. Okay. Finger smoosh. Bring it close to the edges. Okay. That down. Hope you're all doing well today. Having a good crafty time with your papers. And going to put the glue down here. All right, back and forth, little rows of glue. Getting a very small stream out here. All right, so just taking it to the edges. I think that middle part is okay. There we go. Now, I don't think I'm going to put anything here because I'm probably going to put something on the outside of the spine when we're done, so I might just leave that as is. Okay, so now we're going to get our material, which is here. Let's see what has happened to it since we last left it. Okay. There we go. All right, that's nice. And let me get some scissors. Get a nice pair of fabric scissors. Now I want to leave at least an inch border all the way around. And you can also tear these, but I'm gonna cut just so I know I have the right dimensions. Okay. Okay. Up here. Okay. All right. So I got the base of that out. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue it down to the cover. So again, I'm going to come in with the Fabrifix. All right. And this is only the first layer of the cover, and you could stop at this layer as far as putting the flour sack on, the pink, or you could keep decorating on it. You could be base for a collage, or you could layer up little different elements on it, pockets and things like that. So 1,000,001 ways you can go. And I haven't really decided what the cover's going to look like other than I want some base of pink to start with. Okay. All right. Okay. Nope, I didn't put any glue on the spine. Forgot the spine. Okay, there we go. It would be a good idea to do that, yes. And it's a good idea to put it in the troughs. A little bit more here, because it's starting to dry. Okay. Sparkly something there, we'll worry about that later. And I like to take the ruler and snuggle it down into these grooves. It's a good way to get the material down into the grooves. Okay. There. Okay, so now that will adhere. And let's go ahead, we can start folding this over on the inside. Maybe I have a little bit extra here, so I'm going to take some of that away. Okay, and straighten this up a little bit. And if the color isn't intense enough, I can always add more color after the fact. All right. It's pretty good. Maybe it's a little thinner down here. There we go. Okay, now probably this is a very nice ochre, I think that's ochre kind of color there, but I'm probably not going to leave it that color, so I'm not worried about covering this up. So first of all, we're going to do the corners. And this is going to give the tautness to the cover. Okay, so now I'm going to take these and fold them in. And some people cut off the corners. I don't like to do that myself because I always feel like it pokes through, but you can certainly do that technique if that's your preferred technique. All right, I'm going to put the glue here. All right, all the way around. If you move quickly, you can do it all in one fell swoop. If you're a slow mover, then you can do it side by side, doing it 4 times. That's fine too. All right, now I like to start in the middle and get that going. Okay, and then just pull this down. Yeah, that's good. Pull down, pull down, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we have that. And what does it look like so far? We have this. Okay, so we have a pink base to start from. And we're going to go ahead and color these up, cover these up. But this is still damp, so I'm not going to do that yet. So we will do that in the next video. And then we will go ahead and add our signature pages, and then we will begin decorating our junk journal. So I hope you had fun today. Today is Wednesday, and welcome to those who've been here before. Hang on, I need to find somebody. All right, we have somebody who has something to say.
Hello, everybody. It's Sunshine, and I have something to say. Yes, I'm Junior Cub Pup Reporter Sunshine, reporting here that Mom almost forgot about my pup day today, but no. We had to pull on her petticoat and remind her it's Sunshine's pup date time. Okay, so right straight to the pup date, folks. Okay, so apparently it's all about pink right now. Well, we don't know why. It just is, and we're rolling with it. Now, you can do this in any color you want. It doesn't have to be pink. It could be blue or purple or red or whatever you like. You could do any theme you like. This is just a very way to start a basic theme if you're unclear. Who are you? Are you Pam at the Paper Outpost? Because you seem to be giving like craft advice today. Well, it's not like I haven't heard it 1,000 times, Mom. I'm sitting right there, and I hear all of it. Every last little word. Over and over and over again. So, just letting y'all know, we're making a pink journal, which Sunshine will probably be turned pink at some point due to getting all to the closeness to all this stuff. That's all I have to say. Happy crafting.
All right. Okay, well, you did say your piece. Okay, so there you go, folks. My videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. My podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays. New audio material about paper crafting, junk journaling, life of a crafter, and answering your crafty questions here from YouTube. And I have a newsletter. It's a free monthly emailed newsletter that you can sign up for in the drop-down description box below. I don't know where my card went with my other thing on it. But see, that's what happens when you clean up the desk. Everything disappears. I have an Amazon shop if you're looking for favorite tools and supplies. I do my best to put links in there for you so you can find them. It does help my shop, but you do not pay more for the items for using my links. So thanks very much for your support. I have a merchandise shop if you like the phrase create with reckless abandon or everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise. You can get these on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, zip tote, mug tote, or water bottle. Great for gift giving for yourself, family, friends, or other crafters. And you can find me on all the social media on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Facebook group. Come and join our Facebook group. We're having a lot of fun over there doing weekly and monthly challenges. And also remember that fun can be simple. And create with reckless abandon, everybody. Till next time. Bye.